Rucker Park in Harlem as a 16-year-old. 22 months later and 14 miles south, Cooper Flagg on his way to shake hands with Commissioner Adam Silver, his first act as an NBA player.
He's special. Like I said, I'm going to keep saying that because I've been saying that since I watched him play. And when you look at the fact that the Dallas Mavericks let go of a guy like Luka Doncic, a 25-year-old global basketball icon, okay, you knew that, oh, my Lord, what are you going to do about this? What luck are you going to hit? And you get him with the #1 overall pick. Suddenly, your franchise seems not just on stable ground, but destined for ascension.
You see the embrace there. Basketball's always been a family affair for Flagg. In the end, it has worked out well.
Well,
Flagg on the
Flagg went first overall.
I'm a pretty versatile player, can do a lot of things. I feel like my biggest strength is ability to impact the game in a lot of different ways.
He leads Duke in points, assists, steals, blocks, as well as rebounds.
I have a twin brother, Ace. I have another older brother named Hunter. We would be in the driveway all the time playing one-on-one. More times than not, it ended in a fist fight. But yeah, we were always competing, playing against each other, pushing each other to be better. My mom was a 1,000-point scorer in high school. We used to play one-on-one all the time in the driveway. She used to be bigger than me back then when we would play. She used to beat me all the time, and then she ended up getting hurt in our last ever game we played against each other, and I had never beat her before that. And I was up by 1. Technically, I won.
You see the hug there with Kelly, his mom. She played college hoops at Maine. And by the way, she wore number 32 as a tribute to Christian Laettner. And you see the reaction, all the watch parties in Newport, Maine. And we're talking about a small town that is just over 3,000 in population. And then the reaction from Mavericks fans and Dallas headquarters. Oh, so many smiles. Let's go to Monica McNutt standing by with Cooper Flagg.
Thank you so much, Cooper. The moment has been realized. How are you feeling?
Feeling amazing. It's a dream come true, to be honest. I wouldn't want to share it with anybody else.
You mentioned sharing it with anybody else. We've got the Flagg Five here. How much have these people meant in getting you here?
I mean, I wouldn't be here without these people right here and all my people back home in Maine. 5 people up in the box up there. They're here for me, and I wouldn't be here without them. So it just means so much to see everybody here and supporting me.
Mom Kelly, Dad Ralph are here. But when you put the ball in your son's hand, what did you hope to instill to him that a night like this might come true?
I just hope that he loved the game as much as we always have. And, we're just thrilled that he did love it and he got to this moment. It's incredible.
All right, we've got the whole contingency here. We need to set the record straight, guys. Did Mom actually lose to Cooper in the last game?
No, it's not a loss. It was a timeout in the game. It's just been an extended timeout.
Okay, so that's the way it goes. I think it goes to you, Mom, for helping get it to this moment. Congratulations, Cooper.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy the night, you guys. Back up to you.
Monica, thank you. Let's take a look at the connection section brought to you by AT&T. A little bit more on that story, by the way. She had beaten Cooper one-on-one up until he was in 6th grade, okay? And then he is 5'8" at the start of 6th grade. 2 months in now, he's eye-to-eye with Mom. By the end of the year, he's 6'2". They play one more basketball game. Again, she had beaten him every single time. He was up 9-8, and she had a juke move, and then she felt something in her knee, and she hasn't gone back on the court ever since. So she realized, hey, we were done at that moment.
Well, here's the deal.
She retired the champ.
I mean, when you're a beautiful son, the way Cooper Flagg evidently is, you lose to Mama no matter what.
No matter what.
You don't beat Mama. So I mean, of course she won.
I've heard this story about a big brother. I've heard this story about a dad. I've never heard this story about a mom.
No.
I've never heard. That's fantastic.
Don't beat Mama.
No,
Kelly
let
can
the mom
lose
win.
to
Mama all the time.
Because if she's upset, the whole house.
And
That's right.
It's
problematic.
Everything.
Talking about a young man who's super competitive, too. She gave us really the quote here of the draft process. If you're the best player in the gym, you have to find another gym. and that explains him and why we're talking about a young man that reclassified forward. Didn't go backward. He should be just graduating in high school. Instead, at the age of 17, he went to Duke, turned 18 in December. Now you see the Duke players in the modern era drafted #1 overall. Elton Brand, Kyrie Irving, Zion Williamson, Paolo Banchero, and now Cooper Flagg joining this elite list.
Every single one of them worthy of that distinction at that time in their careers, no question about it. And Cooper Flagg, knowing the expectations that came with him going to Duke, to watch him play at Duke last year and to lead them in every statistical category that mattered. I can't say enough about the kid. I believed in him ever since the day I heard about him and watched him play. He is the real deal. And
Raptors.
Dallas finally has a reason to celebrate for the first time in
And what makes him so special, you draft a guy this high, and we're going to see some great players drafted. Not all of them are going to contribute to winning like this guy because he plays defense. He plays defense and he helps you win games.
No surprise of the Mavericks, who went #1. It's now the Spurs' turn at #2. Let's go to the commissioner.
Hey, Mavericks got Cooper Flagg.
With the second pick in the 2025 NBA Draft, the San Antonio Spurs select Dylan Harper from Rutgers University.
Dylan Harper.
There was no secret that Dylan Harper was the main target for the Spurs. You see his teammate at Rutgers, Ace Bailey, celebrating as well and smiling on. And Harper had said he didn't think being drafted would be a reality until he heard his name called. Well, it's now Dylan's reality. Joining a Spurs team that could be really special with the last 2 rookies of the year in Victor Wembanyama and Stephon Castle.
For me personally, I look at this kid, first of all, props to Ron Harper, happy for him and his family, the great Ron Harper. That's my guy right there, #1. #2, you came into this draft, everybody was hearing what the Spurs needed was veteran leadership and a rim protector. There's a third piece that they needed. They needed another guard just to spell for De'Aaron Fox, just in case Chris Paul decides to move on. We got to keep that in mind. I like this pick.
Basketball flows through the veins of this family. While his dad, Ron, was a member of a basketball dynasty, it was his mom, Maria, who coached his first AAU team and helped mold his game.
Dylan Harper at the buzzer!
He knows how to lead a team, does whatever coach asks him to do. Exceptional defenders and just plays to win. My dad was Ron Harper, played on the Los Angeles Lakers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, and the Clippers, and the Chicago Bulls.
The Chicago Bulls have won their 6th NBA championship.
He old, so he was like, he retired, I wasn't even born yet. I wasn't a thought when he retired, he old. I just see highlights. My mom, I think she's kind of core for everything. My first AAU team she coached, she taught me what it's like to be a worker. Just always pushing through no matter what, and just always being level-headed, no matter the goods, the bads, and everything in between.
You see the moment there? Ron Harper with his son, Dylan Harper, celebrating as he is now a San Antonio Spur. Let's go to Monica McNutt standing by with the #2 pick.
We're here with Dylan Harper, #2 pick, Mom Maria, brother Ron. You told me a few minutes ago you were just ready to get drafted, and you had a bunch of emotions. Now that you've been drafted, what are you feeling?
Man, I'm feeling everything, man. All the emotions mixed in one bucket. From crying to laughing to being happy, everything, man. Just feel everything, man. I'm excited to get ready. I'm excited.
Maria, he talks often about how important you have been and the entire family to his basketball journey. What has gotten him here?
His flat-out love for the game, his determination, his humility, and just his hard work, day in, day out.
You're headed to San Antonio, an organization that boasts the last 2 rookies of the year. Victor Wembanyama is a specimen unto himself. As a point guard, what makes you most excited to join that organization?
Man, I mean, I think when you play with a bunch of great players, it just brings the best out of you. So, I mean, they got a great group of young core over there. I'm just ready to get in there and just make an impact anywhere I can with them guys.
Ryan, while we got you here, what do you say to younger brothers tonight?
Just savor the moment, man. Just live in the moment, enjoy it. You know, he worked so hard for this, and we all been there for him every step of the journey, and we're so proud of him. And now, you know, I got to be a secondary Spurs fan now.
Harper family, Dylan, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Monica, thank you so much. You see Pops right there, Ron Harper Jr., the big brother who's 25, played with the Raptors 2022 to 2024. You see the father-son duos in the lottery. Juwan Howard just a couple years ago with his son Jet. Now we've got Ron and Dylan joining this group, Bob.
Yeah, look, this is the type of player that every team wants. He's a high-usage, big guard, plays pick and roll. Every team plays out of the pick and roll now. And look, now we're at the point in the draft where we can say we don't know what's going to happen. It was always going to be these two guys, and I think you could say they were both in their own tier. Everybody had Flag in tier 1 and maybe Harper in tier 2. And after that, things get a little jumbled. But Harper was clearly the guy. Even though his team at Rutgers wasn't great, he was great. And you can see the size, you can see the skill set. A guy like this for the Spurs, they have Fox. Now they've got Harper. You can never have too many guys that can handle the ball and create for others and themselves.
Totally agree with you.